I was hearing the days start coming and they don't stop coming. So that's All Star by Smash Mouth. Some of you could be rewatching Shrek, which I know that was released in theaters again after like a few years. Like it came out in theaters maybe like a month ago again. So some of you could have been like, oh, okay, oof. Some of you could be in high school right now. Some of you could be like you weren't alive when Shrek came out basically. So for some of you actually could have gone to the movies when it was re-released recently just to get that theater experience, okay? um Whoever is going to come across this message, I'm just kind of getting the vibe that like maybe you had like a friendship breakup recently, like not a romantic breakup, just a friendship breakup. And I don't know why I had to say not a romantic breakup. Some of you, maybe the friendship ended because someone confessed they had feelings for you and you didn't feel the same way about them, or maybe you tried dating a friend recently and didn't really work out, or there was like some type of unrequited love or something there. um some of you could really be overthinking, like you're like wondering like maybe where you went wrong or whatever, like wondering um why this friendship came to an end. I just bit my tongue. Some of you could have just said something that you didn't really mean to say. Someone could have been like caught gossiping about their friend and they overheard it and they were just like, well, you're not a good friend. I can't believe you're talking about me like that. um Hearing Gossip Girl. Someone could have like put their friend on blast. Like maybe someone was like subtweeting somebody else or whatever. Like whatever apps you use, there could be some type of anonymous um confessions type of account I'm seeing on like Instagram or something that like is for your school that someone runs. um Very specific, maybe like someone that you know personally runs that account and you didn't realize it, so you could have been like, being a little too detailed and talking smack about your friend, and then you realize it's that person, or just it just kind of got around to them and they found out. Okay, so yeah, some of y'all could have some big mouths right now. With the Wheel of Fortune, it kind of seems like this was bound to happen, like a what goes around comes around type of thing. I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, while it's usually a more positive card, this feels more like karma. So it's like someone sort of received their karma, more of a negative karma. If you've been a bad friend in the past, like again, if someone was like shit talking somebody, they finally got exposed, okay? And some of you watching this could be like, it's the opposite. I was being shit talked by a friend, and now I know that they weren't a good friend to me, and I, you know, dumped them or whatever. Okay, you could have been like in some competition with some friends that you didn't even know about. Okay, there could have been some friends that were like kind of jealous of you, not really about like the things that you had, but just who you are as a person. Okay, so this friend group could have had like a group chat where they were talking about you behind your back or something. And again, I just kind of feel like you found out recently, so you're kind of blaming yourself and racking your brain and wondering like, why were they talking about me? Could I have done something different, I feel like with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, I feel like there's not really anything you could have done here. I just feel like um, there were just competing and conflicting personalities with this friend group, and you weren't really meant to be friends with these people in the long run, which is also making sense for the Wheel of Fortune. Like it's like a shitty situation right now, but I kind of feel like for those of you who are resonating with this, it was bound to happen. It was meant to happen, and it's kind of better now before like you almost schedule your entire life and future around these people. Some of you could have been planning on like, maybe going to college or like living with these friends, but you're realizing now like I don't want to do that, okay? Also, it's May 1st. Like this could be a timeless message, but this is like really specific right now. It's May 1st, and that I think that's college acceptance day. So some of you could be like seniors in high school and you literally were deciding between like, oh, this college and this college. If I go here, I can go with my best friends. I'm here in Northwestern. Some of you could have been thinking about going to Northwestern University. Some of you could have been going to like maybe Notre Dame or whatever, or like a state college. And it was very dependent on going with your friend group, okay? I'm seeing Layton from The Sex Lives of College Girls, and like the first episode of the show, she realizes that her supposed best friends were just like, we don't want to be roomed with her, and they did say that she was very distant, and even though they were friends with her for a long time, they felt that they didn't really know her. Some of you could have some type of like maybe trauma or like almost like a deep dark secret about your identity or whatever that you didn't really reveal to your friends, and they probably felt this vibe that you weren't really telling them the whole truth about yourself. Some of you, if it's more literal to Layton, you could be gay, you could have something just different with your sexuality and didn't really feel comfortable telling your friends or the world that, but it created that secretive energy just created some tension between you and your friends. You could be, looking back, almost like crying over spilled milk, but looking back at like what you could have done differently with this group. But I feel like they weren't really all that in a bag of chips either. I feel like you may not have been the perfect friend, but neither were they, and I feel like there were just really shitty communication issues. And it's almost like the King of Swords is here. It's almost like someone kind of bottled up what they were thinking about you, and then out of nowhere, in a very immature way, very bluntly, just, told you about yourself or whatever. And it was very heartbreaking for you. Okay, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. Okay? And it's like you might have trust issues right now, like you don't really know who you can trust or like become friends with right now because of this that happened to you, this thing that happened. Okay? This doesn't feel like a very, very recent energy, okay? So because with the Three of Swords in the reverse, it's kind of like overcoming a heartbreak, okay? So this could have been something that has happened maybe within the last couple months, okay? Yeah, it could have happened within the last couple months. But just something about that whole college acceptance day thing, like, literally some of you really could have been, like, deciding or thinking about going to a certain school because of your friends. Hopefully you applied to other schools and weren't just putting all your eggs in one basket here. Okay, I'm hearing basket case. That's from a movie. It's from a movie or a TV show, but it's not really clicking right now what that was. In my last video, I was hearing the perks of being a wallflower, but I do feel like this is a very different collective that I'm reaching out to. I'm seeing Logan Lerman. I'm seeing you could like the old Percy Jackson movies with Logan Lerman, or you like the Percy Jackson series now. Okay, if you're like a younger generation, because again, I feel like this is a younger generation of people. Okay. And most tarot videos will really be for 18 and over, so some of you could like be in school, be in college, or be in high school, but like you're still like 18 years old. But even if you are a younger audience, I feel like that's okay, because this isn't like an inappropriate reading. It's not like a mature reading. But yeah, if you've had issues with a certain friend group, I think it just worked out for the best, and I think they're gonna kind of see you like succeed and see you kind of move upward in life, and they might kind of pay attention to you as you sort of have like a bit of a glow up or something. But right now you're reasonably upset about what happened recently. Okay, let me quickly. You may have been waiting on like a better friend group or something to come into your life for a while. Like I said, I feel like this kind of feels like maybe this happened the last few months energy, like not like you found this out yesterday. And with the Six of Wands here, it seems like a very like, successful energy. I feel like you might be meeting like a better friend group soon, or like right around now. Bye.